Your word is your bond, okay? So I think it's time we did some self-bonding, right? Here's the thing. When you don't do what you said you would do, guess what happens? You trust yourself less. You get more impulsive. You lose integrity, self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence. You become modest. You lose yourself. Self-destruction. You become the blah monster. Blah, blah, blah. What's that? I do what I want. Blah, blah. That's the blah monster. You don't want to be the blah monster. You want to be yourself. You can only get to be yourself when you do what you say you do, okay? I'm a guy who wakes up in the morning. I wake up and I meditate. That's me. Right? But if you didn't do that, that wouldn't be you, would it? So, what you do, your actions, what you say you're going to do, and then do, that's who you become. That's like a little test. That's like a little opportunity for you to prove yourself to yourself. And if you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, well, then your brain understands this guy will never escape who he is right now. And then it knows it's just going to throw at you what it's always thrown at you. You'll never improve because it's not going to let you improve. It knows that you can't. So it will never get you there. Your opportunity now is to do what you want to do. Okay, otherwise you're going to turn into Mr. Blair Monster. You don't want to be Blair, okay? You want to be, I am strong and powerful. You want to be Mr. Powerful? You already are. That's if you say you're going to do what you're going to do. That's if you do what you say you're going to do. Right? No, you can do anything. And whatever you do will be reflected back into you. And you will become what you do. Okay? This is if we are, identifying with our actions and shit. It's like a whole other conversation about philosophy and ego. But like, that's who we become. That's what our server mechanism, our mind clings onto and says, this is who we are. And that's when it allows us to break through our own limitations and become different beings. I have been 4 different personalities in my life. Okay, I've taken the Myers-Briggs test 4 different times, and each one had a different personality. So who am I, bro? The thing is, I kind of have that control now. And each time I took that Myers-Briggs test, I had a little bit more control. I was progressing through life, right? I was changing, constant, growing, becoming a different person. And it started with me taking responsibility, which is what this is, ultimately. When you follow your own word, you do some self-bonding, because your word is your bond, you take responsibility for yourself. That's when everything changes. And it could just be a small amount. You could just tell yourself in some ludicrous, ambiguous way, I'm going to improve myself today. Okay? When you tell yourself that, and you've never told yourself that before, right? That's a big step still. That's still a big step. You'll still improve yourself. You still actually take a bit of responsibility. Because every time you're going to look at something, that thought, I'll improve myself, that pops up. I'll be a better person today. That pops up. The first time I took responsibility for myself, I said, hey, I'm going to stop caring what my thoughts say. And guess what? I stopped caring. So I'd have these thought spirals. I was half depressed back then. Okay, I'd have these thought spirals. As the thought would come up, and then it would wiggle its way to a different thought and bring that up, and it just get bigger and bigger until I cried and cried so much that the tears didn't mean anything, and I was curious how they tasted. But I had those thought spirals. And the moment I said, hey, I'm going to stop caring, I'm going to take responsibility for this, that's responsibility. That's me telling myself what I'm going to do. That was the first thing I did. I stopped caring. When those thoughts came up, I said, shut up, I don't care. And I literally walked away in real life. And it worked. And because I did that, it proved to my own being that I was changing. I was becoming someone new. Because I took action, I walked away, literally in real life. I don't know what's wrong with my little kid self. I literally stood up, I was like, okay. While walking, I had this thought, I don't care, I don't care. And I walked away. I can realize just that action, just me doing something, proved it to myself that I was changing. And that I could trust myself with that change. And my mind, that was like the test, the opportunity, allowed me to break through my limitations because of that. And for the first time in a year or two, and in those moments, I could laugh again with my buddies. I never used to laugh. I just used to sit there. Like, I didn't even talk to them. I just sit there in the group, right? Now I was laughing and talking again. I was able to break through my limitations as a child because I could trust myself, because I took some responsibility. And if that's where you need to start, start there. Now, at this point, it's about taking some actions, doing something you say you're going to do today that'll improve your life tomorrow. Okay, so let's say in the you say, okay, today you're going to do something, right? Maybe just 10 push ups, something you can look back on and say you're proud of. Just doing that proves to your body that you're doing something, right? And if you do that every day and you tell yourself, today I'm going to do this, and you actually do it, that trust builds up and you just trust yourself a lot more, more and more and more and more. This is what we call discipline as well. Integrity, but more so discipline. That's more important in this moment. When you say you're going to do something and you actually do it, that is discipline. No matter how you feel, you're going to do it. That's discipline. That's respect for yourself, first and foremost. And that's what discipline is built off of, this self-trust, this self-respect. Without it, why would you ever do what you say? Without it, why would you, like, feeling shitty in the gym, feeling sick in the gym after you've hit some workouts, feeling like tired because you didn't sleep properly, why would you still hit another workout? Unless you have this bond with yourself, this trust. That's what discipline is. This is where it's built. So get to that, bro. And it'll be good for you. And then you'll start inspiring other people. Because they'll be like, wow, how is he doing that? If he does that, I can do it. And then they do it. That's not really discipline. That's not really discipline, that's motivation. But you still inspire them. So that's cool. But yeah, that's the end of it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can subscribe because I love this shit, man. I'm just gonna get better and better at it because I love it so much. Subscribe. I'll give you some more of this juicy energy and content. Goodbye now. I love you.